So once again, you know, it was supposed to supposedly get summer school, but we didn't get it. You know, but Renton School District does not believe in providing summer school for children that are in special ed services. I'm not sure why, when in fact they are the ones that really need it. I am a low-income parent. I do not have the money to pay for summer school. Had I lived in Seattle, Highline School District, Federal Way School District, my income, I would have got summer school and it wouldn't have cost me a dime. But Renton, it's a joke to them. They laugh at you. I've cried on the phone with staff members after staff member to the point where I cannot even remember any more staff members at the district point, what school he's gone to. I just know that at this point, I'm frustrated to the point where this past January, I walked out of that meeting.
So now that brings us to school year 2007-2008.
Okay.
Started in September. And I definitely remember you saying that Abe was not qualified grade-wise to play football.
No, but they had him on the team, but he just didn't get to play. He just standing on the sidelines. So what was the purpose of him being on the team? Are you kidding me? You had my son on your team to stand on the sidelines? Are you joking me?
So this past school year, he was not able to partake in that
because
sport.
He didn't meet the grade. But you had him stand on the sidelines?
And he didn't meet the grade because he had failed some courses at the end of the school year that then disqualified him
for this year.
So 2007, 2008, he did not partake in football.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but he was not given summer school 2006, even though he had failed classes and his GPA was below a 2.0.
Exactly. But and once again, like I told you, Renton does not believe in providing summer school, and because the classes that he passed, that he failed, they were elective classes, so that he didn't. That's why I know he's right. He didn't get summer school. That's what they told me.
Okay. So now we're in January 2008. You just finished conducting an IEP meeting.
A partial IEP meeting, because I didn't stay for the whole thing.
Okay. And during that meeting, you refused to sign off on the IEP because
why sign off on IEP when you're just talking about the same stuff that you were talking about last year, the year before, and the year before? I'm frustrated now. I'm at the end of my rope to the point where if I would have stayed at that IEP meeting, I probably would have said something, or I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm frustrated. I'm going to let you know, I'm probably a threat to them, and I'm not saying that in a mean way. I am a parent of special ed services. I graduated from special ed services. So what I do know about special ed services is that the budget has gotten cut, but the services are still there. For every dollar that you spend on one special ed service student, that takes for 2 normal students to make up for one special ed service child. They've ruled, and the reason why I can say this is because in 1983, I graduated from a special ed school that is no longer in service. They closed it down in 1984 because they ruled that it was unconstitutional to put us all in one school. That's when they mainstreamed us all into regular public schools.
So to sum it up, do you feel your son has been provided a free and appropriate education?
No, not since we moved to Renton School District.
And what has been some of the barriers for you?
Getting appropriate services, the resources. I've had to do their job for them. And what I mean by that is that they're supposed to set up the DVR services for them. They're supposed to...
Has that happened?
No. They're supposed to do the vocational assessment.
Has that happened?
No. By age 14, that has not happened, and I can say that. They say he's he's employment ready. I think that's the word. I might be wrong. But how can you be employment ready if you don't do the assessment? Last year, I'm going to give you a good example. Last year, I asked Amy to look for summer work. But how are you going to look for summer work if he doesn't know how to fill out a job application? I can only show you so much.
What was your experience with the job counselor at Hazen in helping him execute that project?
No help. They just gave him the paperwork and sent him on his merry way.
But I remember distinctly that they gave him everything after the date.
After the deadline date.
Correct.
They gave him everything after the deadline. So it's like, okay, I bet you that the children that get the good grades, they didn't have to wait. And so that's not fair to him.
So to wrap this up, I just want to ask you, what would you like for the Department of Education to do at this point on behalf of your son and your education progress for him?
Help my son. And what I mean by that is investigate Renton School District. Because I am tired, emotionally, physically, and mentally tired. I can't do it anymore without the help.
Have there been a prior investigation request?
Yes.
Who did that?
OSPI.
And what was the charges that they issued? And what was the remedy that they recommended that should
I
change?
can't remember.
But did they find some?
Yeah, they found some things, and they were supposed to do it, but they didn't do what they were told to do.
Okay.
They totally ignore what OSPI told them to do. They just, let me tell you, Renton does what Renton wants to do. Renton doesn't listen to OSPI. Renton doesn't listen to anybody. Renton does what Renton wants to do. Renton does not care about their children in special services. As long as they're getting the money, the federal dollars, they will just slide those kids through. So if your kid is one of the smart special ed service kids, it's no problem. But if your kid is one of the struggling kids, they'll just slide them underneath the carpet, and if they're lucky, they'll graduate. If not, they won't graduate.
So as a major team member for your son's IEP, how do you think your voice has been heard and respected?
It's not been heard. It's not been respected. I have cried. I have screamed. I have been verbal, and I mean verbal. They just don't care. And what else am I supposed to do? How much more do I have to do? It has affected my son's education. When a child comes to you and tells you that he has not learned anything in the 4 years that he's been there, he would have been better off staying in junior high school over at Nelson Middle School. If that was the case, he was learning more over at Nelson Middle School.
So, we come to the Department of Education at this point requesting that they do a full
investigation on Renton School District in
and
regards
their lack of compliance with a free and appropriate education. And it stems around your son IEP and one question I want to ask you that is like a red flag for me. I read in his IEP that he initially was at a 3rd grade level, and now they say he's at a 5th grade level. What grade is he in at school?
He's in 12th grade.
What type of material has been assigned to him in terms of textbooks? Is he assigned 5th grade level textbooks?
No, they're not.
What level material?
They're not 8th or 9th grade level high school books. They're high school books.
So he is given material at a grade level that he is not able to perform at.
Yeah.
Is your son going to graduate from high school on time at this point?
Can we take the tape? I don't know where to start, but, you know, the meetings are always the same.
So, now we're in...
Renton doesn't listen to anybody. Renton does what Renton wants to do. In his own home, you know,
from Ms. Helena is that she is being taken to court
classroom by Donald Trump that he's not going to graduate. The truancy law is the only way that they're going to think that they're going